All right, here we go. Coach Phippen, you're sitting in the corner calling the matches tonight. Yeah, I was kind of running around, fixing batteries and stuff.
Right.
Tell me what you saw. What do you think?
Hey, I saw some great competition. Team Kansas team came away with some wins. The good thing is a lot of those guys wrestled for me growing up. So although I was calling in the corner trying to not be biased, a lot of those guys, I've had them since they were little guys, or I've been within teams, working with different, some of the schoolboy cadet teams growing up through Kansas. So a little piece of me was like, proud of those guys that are battling it out. Even seeing a guy like, when you get guys that were small, like Cade Lout whenever he was little, now I'm not wrestling him anymore.
He's a man.
Oh, yeah. He go from I would wrestle him and beat on him to I can wrestle him and hand fight with him to now I'm not going to wrestle him at all.
Stay one mat over.
Right.
Nice. Is it cool as, coach, to see little guys you train to, out here on a bigger stage, like being recognized for having a good career?
Absolutely. And the thing is you build relationships not only with the kids, but you got their parents that you've worked with for years, whether it's some of the smaller guys, Caden Howard, Preston Martin, Keegan Slider. I mean, they're great kids and they all got great families. And, whenever we talk about building relationships, it's not just with the kids, it's the families. And, those guys become your friends for life and the kids become your friends for life. And it's great seeing those guys achieving their goals. And I'm really looking forward to some of these guys once they get into college, watching them follow them through their college careers too.
It's not weird that a lot of times great wrestlers have amazing families.
Absolutely.
You have youth state coming up.
You do have youth state.
What do you tell the kids this week? I remember at the time feeling like this is the big pressure and all this. What do you tell the guys to get them to perform well and to tell them
I would say I've changed my dynamics of my coaching, and now it's like, hey, we've already done all the hard work. Let's just go out there and have fun. Because when you have fun and you're wrestling for a purpose, you do better. There's no pressure on it, And I tell the parents, hey, it's about having fun now. We've done the work. If we have fun and we win, great. But I let everybody on my club know, all of the parents know, hey, we're trying to work to get these guys high school ready. When they step into high school, they're looking to win a state title or a school place at state and high school, and trying to get them ready and prep for that. So we're going to take these lumps along the way. They're learning lessons, and it's okay. They've all taken. I've seen NCAA champs take a lot of losses before growing up, and that's fine. They get the end of the goal. Nobody cares what somebody did at a 10 and under state title.
Yeah. So let's talk about you're at Big 12s. So little context, your son, he's injured all year, comes back for the Big 12 tournament. I mean, exciting and tough weekend for you. Take me through it for you as a dad.
Well, I mean, a week and a half ago, he gets released from a surgeon that, hey, you're good to go. You can compete in competitions. This January, he was released to where he could drill in practices. So we'd kind of been told the whole year not going to have a season. And, of course, being at the Air Force Academy, you don't have a redshirt year, so it's just a burnt season. So kind of getting the nod that, hey, you can wrestle, and then getting the opportunity to do some wrestle-offs, and made the team. And wasn't really expecting a whole lot out of the Big 12. Not having any matches, I was like, well, I felt pretty confident that he could compete with some of those guys. I didn't think he could necessarily beat any of those guys. So although I had the confidence in him, he always likes to outperform whatever I think he's going to do, so which is a good thing. First draw, he ends up with the number 10 ranked kid, Schwarm from UNI, first round, and I was like, this guy's a dangerous pinner. I'm like, if Cody can stay off of his back, maybe he has a chance, and then ends up squeaking by and getting a win that first round. And then we had Moody, who was a 3-time NCAA qualifier the next round. And I was like, well, and I've known Moody because I'm good friends with Wes Harding at Collinsville. So I've known Moody since he was a little guy, part of Wes's program. And I was like, okay, this guy's pretty tough. Already made three NCAAs. Cody ends up getting a 10-3 win over that. And I'm like, wow, okay, now we're in the semifinals, and actually became the first Air Force guy to ever qualify for the semifinals since they came into the Big 12. So pretty proud about that. And at that point, I was like, okay, well, now I'm not real surprised, whatever he might be able to do. Mackle had a pretty good job of shutting Cody down with what he had, and Cody ended up losing that one, and then came through in the Conti semis. Had Schwarm again, lost a bout on a riding time, kind of some iffy back points, but kept his composure. Comes in, wrestles another top 30 guy, McGuire Midkiff from North Dakota State, and pulls out a 5th place there. So I was like, hey, he came up after the match or after the tournament, and he was like, hey, are you bummed? And he's like, I'm bummed, but I'm excited that I feel I can compete with any of these guys. He's like, I thought they were to be stronger. I'm just as strong as they are. I feel I can compete and potentially All-American next year. So I think that tournament gave him a big boost of confidence to head in, and I think he's really, obviously, he was hungry for that tournament, been sitting around all year. So I think it's gonna set him up for a good mindset the next year.
Nice. What'd you say to him after the tournament ended?
Proud of you, buddy. Did a great job. I'm glad you got to wrestle. I know, we kind of set today they released the at large bids, and didn't get in there. We kind of knew he wasn't going to get in. The coach put him in, but he'd only had, he's 3-2, so it was a little bit lackluster there. He was a little bit bummed today, but he kind of came back and he's like, hey, I'm ready to wrestle. And Cody's always got a great outlook and positive attitude, so that's one thing that's great about him. Sometimes I'm a little bitter about stuff, but he's always got a great attitude about it. Win, lose, draw, whatever, he's always looking at what he's gaining out of that as experience-wise, which is the way you should have it.
Nice. Here's man Travis. Thanks for coming out and helping. Anything else you want to share?
Hey, wrestling's fun. Always have fun, no matter what you do, whether you're commentating, whether you're wrestling, officiating. This is a great sport. I love the people that I do it with. I love the families, and that's the big thing. We're only on this earth for a little while. Let's have fun while we do it.
Yo, love.